Dragon Ranger here. Welcome to another video.
What's up, everybody? Time for this video I'm going to talk about my favorite season, and I just finished watching this season, and I'm just going the season I'm talking about is Power Rangers Samurai and Super Samurai. Now, I incorporate this as one season because, well, it's the same cast and it's called the same thing. And it's a season long if you think about it, because it is 40 episodes, and a lot of the seasons before, like Time Force and Lightspeed and stuff, were 40 episodes long as well. So it I would say it counts as one complete season, even though it's like two separate arcs. Now why am I talking about this? Well, I just recently finished watching it on Netflix. I did try to watch it when it was on Nickelodeon, but I just didn't like how they completely skipped the origin story and waited until like after the Gold Ranger arc, a little bit after the Gold Ranger arc, to actually give us the origin of why these five people are together. And honestly, that annoyed me. So that just actually drew me away from the season, and not it didn't bring me back to it. So it did take a while for me actually to pony up and go like, okay, I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna get over my issues. And Netflix actually did a good job. Like, they actually had the origin story first, which I commend them for, because that's the best. That's the proper way to show it. Because just think, like, what you had Green with Evil, and then 10 episodes later, Day of the Dumpster. Yeah, makes sense. Um, I mean, I think you know what I mean. Like, if we didn't have Day of the Dumpster first, I don't think Power Rangers would be on still right now. That's just my opinion. No offense to Day of the Dumpster or Mighty Morphin. Mighty Morphin's still the best Power Ranger season out there. Never change it, even though they did to try. But once again, another topic for another time. Now, why is this one of my favorite seasons? Well, it, it's because it drew me back to it. Like, I've watched every season of Power Rangers. Well, from start to finish, because I have the DVDs and Netflix, and I've seen reruns of the show on the old Jetix, the Disney Jetix thing with Power Ranger Generations, and I've seen all the Disney seasons when Disney had it, and I watched those from start to finish as well. And um, but when a show draws you back to it, they put you more invested into it. And I just had fun watching it. Like, the story was great. The Rangers were awesome. The Gold Ranger, wow, I love him. He was a really awesome Gold Ranger. Like, he doesn't beat Austin St. John's Gold Ranger, but he comes pretty close. Like, if I had to put him on a scale, they'd be pretty even, and one's gonna be heavier than the other. But I love Antonio. Antonio was a really awesome Gold Ranger. Now, for those of you that have not seen Super Power Ranger Samurai or Super Samurai, the general thing is, these five kids are pretty much the descendants of five warriors, five samurai warriors who defeated these creatures called the Nylok previously, and sealed them away. And it's now passed down generation to generation that these kids are now the so-called protectors of Earth, and they're now the Power Rangers samurai, just like their parents before them. And uh so the Nylok has returned. Master Xandred is the big kahuna of this whole thing, and he is trying to flood the earth with, like, this evil water, like the nether, like it's like the nether realm basically of water. And so the basic premise is, like, he would send his monsters to cause fear and mayhem with and make the humans afraid of the Nylok, and with their fear, it would make the water grow and make it so that the portal between our world and the Netherworld would open faster. Um, and the only way like the Rangers know that the Nylok are attacking is because they have these sensors placed around the city, and they go off and warn them that there's a Nylok attacking. And so they get called into action and they do all this stuff. And the story is fantastic. Like they do a really good job of explaining what every ranger wanted to be before they became rangers. Like the Blue Ranger wanted to be like an Olympic swimmer. Uh, like the Green Ranger just wanted to be like a fun, outgoing guy, a prankster, a guy that just wants to have fun. The Yellow Ranger just wanted to take care of her sister, and the Pink Ranger wanted. Pretty much the Pink and Red Ranger were ready to become. Well, the Pink, Blue, and Red Ranger were ready to become samurai and ready to defend the Earth. Now, Super Samurai is nothing really different. It's the same story. The only reason why it's called Super Samurai is because they have a super mode, and they can activate it with the black box and all that stuff. It's not really complicated, but you pretty much need to watch it to understand it. And yeah, and then there's like a whole. The story arc is still the same, but like there's like a whole story coming together pretty quick in that series alone. Now, a really cool thing is this is also the revival of Power Rangers from Saban. He brought back Bulk from Mighty Morphin, and he's taking care of his nephew Spike, who is his best friend Skull's son, and that was amazing to have that like reference flashback to Mighty Morphin. Like this is not really a spoiler because it's kind of cool. Like this is a potential spoiler. The second thing I'm gonna mention, but the first thing I mention is, Bulk does like a Morphin Time thing, and it was awesome. I pretty much cracked up when he did it. So, him and Spike are trying to like prevent like this evil wormhole from opening or from destroying the city. So like he suggests that they eat a bunch of gum and like make a giant ball out of it. So as soon as they get back to their apartment or whatever, there's this tons and tons of boxes of bubble gum lying around, and he goes like, "It's chewing time," and he dumps his hand into a bucket of gumballs, and he does the morph pose, and they flash and does like a whole like 70s Batman thing, and it's like a POW symbol that forms in his hand. It was awesome. I loved it. I love that they were able to make him do that. And then the second thing, this is kind of a spoiler, is at the end of Super Samurai, Skull comes back for like a 30-second thing with Bulk, and it was, oh my goodness, those 30 seconds alone were great. It was great seeing Jason Nervy and Paul Schreiber on the same screen, sharing the same thing. It was so funny. They did a good job paying homage to the old Bulk and Skull from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It was amazing to see them back together again. So yeah, it's like those few things alone that make this one of my favorite seasons now, and it will be for like I wouldn't be surprised if I give this like a second or third watch because it was so good. So yeah, if you were a fan of Power Ranger Samurai or Super Samurai, give this video a like. Comment below what were your favorite moments from either season or the series in general. And if you want to see more news, I'll go to my Facebook page, which there will be a link in the description below. And if you are bored and you want to see more Power Ranger topics and videos, I'll put playlists and other videos in the description below. And if you want to see more Power Ranger news, topics, and you have some ideas, put those also in the comments. I will gladly look at them, and I'll gladly try to make a video. And if you want to hear more news about the comic, the movie, the show, or just favorite season, favorite Rangers, favorite whatevers that I will probably come up with, and other random topics about Power Rangers, please give me a subscribe, and I will do my very best to entertain all you Ranger fans out there. This is Dragon Ranger saying, hope you all have a good day. Dragon Ranger out.